Okay, let's see if I can figure out how to play old games again. Um, I'm not sure. Does the music not loop anymore? Let me. Wait. Let me. Could just be a mixer thing. Yeah. Okay. Let me swap over. We'll hold. Actually, I probably should reset. So, Snake Rattle and Roll is a game that played a few times as a kid. We used to rent games all the time. I absolutely know that we rented this at least twice at some point. It starts out very mild, and it gets very angry at you very quickly. Is not messing around, we'll say. Let me trying to like sort various windows here to get everything straightened out a little bit. Okay, let's try that. Yeah, okay. So, snake rattle and roll, you say? I think I might have gotten some of the neighborhood guys to play two players once or twice, but not with any consistency to get anywhere. I want to say the game is like, triply hard with adding more people in, and oh, eat things. Eat things the game. Oh, we're full. We're at max size. I go here though. Bonus stage. Which is just eating things. You are, in fact, the ball muncher. Oh, lick the feet. Oh, we got stepped on. Shit. Now I had to eat things again to refill our size. As you had to be full size to be able to hit the thing there. But there are some alternative ways to hit the scale, but the easiest one, or the most basic one, is just be the correct amount of snake the stage in. Oh, we're flashing, so be good. Is there another thing out here? Just one of those. Okay. Alright. Let's get out of here. Ooh. It also takes a little bit of getting used to the control system, because you are moving isometrically. You are essentially kind of holding your controller a little bit sideways and moving diagonally everywhere. But it does take a little getting used to. I ran off. How dare. Don't know that I can get up and around there. up there? No, that can't be right. Let's click the mushrooms. Oh. Whoa, whoa, hey, back here. Sure. Tongue upgrades. Okay. Oh, come on. Nope. Get up here. Well, okay. That was, not as intended. It's very easy to just kind of fall off stage and lose lives in this game. Oh, the toilet seat. Found the toilet seat. I think that's actually supposed to be like false teeth sort of thing, but it just looks like a toilet seat. But who knows? Maybe it is supposed to be just a toilet seat, and as a snake, you're licking toilet seats to defeat them. I don't ask further details than that. It's a very strange place to be in. Oh, no, no. Let's eat things. Yellow ones are the fastest. Oop, crap, I fell down this hole. One got away. Boo. Come on. There we go. More time. Like the... Well. Oh, that's not cool. I gotta come back down here and eat more things, because I'm out of size. Didn't keep all my stuff. Oh. I believe it's like purple, red, yellow is like the quality setting, the quality scale. You guys are worth a little bit more. I don't know that they give you more segments. I don't think they do. I think it's just points. Okay, already opened this, right? Yeah. It's where the evil foot was. No. Oh, you jerk. Run out of time. Well, thanks. This is a particularly kind of still pretty early in. It's a little rude. Also, part of the rudeness is just the control scheme is a little tricky to get used to. Hey, get in here. Do I still get the tongue? No, I didn't. Oh. Hey. Done it. I can go up here. Nope. Crap. I would have had to have done it earlier, because I don't think I can get it back up to that level yet. Well, fine. Listen. Snake Rattle and Roll predates Pogging by several years. This is not good. We'll avoid that. Oh, hey, how's it going? I think the key on your head just makes you go faster. That does it messes kind of with your momentum a little bit. Ooh. Hey Fedora, this is Snake Rattle and Roll on the NES. This is a game about being a snake, eating things, and escaping the level. It is cute. It is also like the stage design gets very mean quickly. Rare again, making half of the games on the NES. Like got really into making very difficult stage design. That was on me. That it's also very easy to just kind of fall off the stage and lose a life. I did, and I don't know your interest in old Game Boy Color games, but there is a rather interesting game that you might want to check out sometime. Let me, well, once I get done with the once I run out of guys, I don't think there's many continues in this game. I am not big enough snake to get out of the level yet, so I need to come back up here, eat some things. There was a so the reason why it's a game that never came out in the US. It was in Europe only. I'm not gonna make it out of the stage, I don't. Yeah. They are somewhat generous with lives, but it's because you need every one of them you get. Toilets and joggers. So they are, I guess they are supposed to be toilet seats. It's weird things in this game that you lick as a snake. So there's a platforming RPG called Dinosaurus. And it is basically just kind of a platformer, but it has like RPG like combat systems and like sort of a... Oh, I got exploded by... The game tricked me into thinking that there was an extra life. The game is already getting cruel. It is, yes, it is basically a game that is about snakes licking toilet seats. No, not just that. Oh, no, there's another one. This is very, very mean through here. Oh, it's also about snakes licking feet. Yeah, it's... It is, like I said, it's like a platforming RPG game where I guess you kind of clear through stages and defeat a boss, and then you sort of hatch a new teammate. And there's like 6 different dinosaurs that you hatch and platform around with. And they can you can collect items and stages to like give them elemental powers, more or less, so they can get earth spells and fire spells and water, and it's kind of interesting that it never came to the US, because it seems like a sort of game that would probably have gone over rather well at the time. But it may have just been that it was such a small studio or whatnot that they just couldn't get it over here, perhaps. Oh, that yellow thing is taken off. I am not full size though. I don't really want to go over there yet. I want to get gotta get to full snake size. Nope. Still nothing. Once your last section is glowing or flashing, that's when you are at full size snake. Complete snake, there we go. The most solid of snake that we can be. But yeah, a lot of the difficulty in this game comes from just the ladies love it. Because our tongue size isn't. Thank you. Thank you, achievements. Again, the difficulty comes from platforming. Uh-oh. Right. Some booby traps here, too. I am no longer the most solid of snakes. I've lost a segment. Oh, hey, my tongue is powerful enough that I can lick and destroy the blade traps. So, listen, when Big Boss can do that, then I'll relinquish the title back. But until then, this is still the most solid of snakes. Oh, bonus stage. This is a 2-player game. I believe it's simultaneous 2-player, so both people would be rolling around doing this at the same time. And so I did kind of look up some of the multiplayer stuff with GBA titles, and it's a little bit more difficult to get link cable games to play together as easy, because you basically almost have to do sort of a, what's that thing called, parsec. You basically kind of have to connect into somebody's computer and play it simultaneously on one person's desktop, because the link cables have such low latency, being that they are essentially a connection direct system to system, that the internet can't, compete with that. So it makes some games that require link cable stuff rather difficult to do. But games like this, where it's like simultaneous 2-player, or where you would be playing 2 players on one system is really easy to do through RetroArch. So I've lost all my pieces thanks to that. Oh, no. These anvils, very mean. Ah, gee. They are basically one-hit kills. Okay, so... I mentioned earlier that the standard way of hitting the scale at the end is just being full-sized, but you can get enemies to hit the switch as well. So it's not all meme. It's not like you would have hit that and then had to go all the way back and refill. You can find other ways to hit that, which is kind of interesting. Now the little ball bits fly around and are even more difficult to eat. Snake life is rough, I'll tell ya. And this music is... like I've got some kind of wild hootenanny going on. Oh... Does it not just carry you? Do I have to move with it? Did I goof that up? No, it's supposed to carry you. Oh, the machines that spit out these things also occasionally spit out bombs if you start to get too full, or once you've been here for a little while. The game doesn't want to make it too easy for you to get full-sized, despite, you know, that being kind of a requirement to beat the stage. And it's not like the rest of the stage is going to be easy. There we go. Okay, so this thing here is probably the worst item in the game. It reverses your controls, which is absolutely maddening when you're playing sort of a isometric... Oh, and I hit it anyway. When the control scheme is already kind of backward, a little, like, off, having that thing get in your way... is an easy way to lose a life. Up. Ah, game over. Is that it? Okay, I still have one continue left, at least. Oh. It's a good start. Nope. And that's how they get you. You grab the reverse control scheme button, and you immediately throw yourself off the cliff. Right. Oh. Gotta lick that foot. Oh. I've messed up. My foot licking. I was too over anxious in my foot licking and ran right off the edge. Gotta step up your game, Roll. You got no points. Let me look real quick, is that... I'm pretty sure it's simultaneous. I don't think it's... Ooh. It also uses Shake, Rattle, and Roll as the opening theme. I think it's... yeah. So, you do play simultaneously, which I believe only just one person would need to be full size to set off the alarm at the, or the scale at the end to open the level. But man, but that's Snake, Rattle, and Roll. Maybe sometime I'll come back through and like try to complete it further, but I remember as a kid maybe getting past that one level I was on once or twice, because it's just... He's just sitting there. He's just a head. He's got the tiniest of snake bodies. No. I said I don't have a backup control scheme. I can't try to, like, play two characters at once, so... Alas. Let me close this out real quick. Let me bring this up. Let me look. I want to look at it myself, because I just, like, heard about it from a video earlier today. Europe. We want Same Boy. The Same Boy core. Oh no. Why have you changed size so much? Scale. No. A little closer. How about 8 size? Okay. I think that's more correct. Light and Shadow Production. It was released by EA, though. At least over there. Wait a minute. That's not correct. How about 7? A little too big. Options. Yeah, I'm not sure why that particular decision. Got save files. Got cool little cutscenes to it. I'll just leave them default names. Iguanodon. Oh. We decided to take a nap. You can hop back into the nests and nap. And so those little symbols are the... Oh! Don't fall in holes. Those little symbols are the elemental things. So as you collect them... Select. As you collect them, you get little elemental symbols on the right there, and then the more of them you collect, the more powerful spells you can cast. Essentially. Don't think I can swim. No, platforming is a little precise, I would say. I'm trying to get down here. And as you collect more, the element that you have collected the most of changes your color to represent what you have the most of. Oh, we've gotten into a random encounter. I don't have enough magic to cast any spells. Diplo attack missed. We gained some experience from defeating this. Yeah, I'm baffled that I assume it must have just been a small enough studio that it didn't really take off, and they didn't push for it to come over here to the US. Seems like that would kind of be a fairly easy thing that, again, I'm betting people they have ass gravy. Iguanodon gained 18 experience. Gravy, you should be more familiar than any of us. These games only came out in Europe. Called Dinosaurus. I don't know if there's a... Oh, the random... Whenever you do the random little, like, flail around motion, that's you running into a random encounter. But this is a... Gravy, this is a platforming RPG game. On the Game Boy Color. I'm not sure... Oops. I'm not sure what experience does for me. I guess you do get level ups that way. Next level, 69. I think you can eat the mushrooms for health. Yes. Gone down a little bit more in the volcano, or I don't know, this mountainside. It's a way out. Oh no. No, I guess that's a barrier we can't get past. So I believe that there are... the other dinosaurs have abilities that will let you get past areas and levels like that. Like, I believe the Triceratops is the one that lets you break through blocks. All in New Genesis. No, but that's fair. I also don't imagine that, like, all these games came out in every area in Europe. They had good taste. See, here's the thing, Gravy. Being somebody who grew up in the NES era, there was no such thing as good taste in NES games, because you would end up having a lot of random crap, like Bart Simpson versus the Space Mutants. So I have elements. We do have some spells. We can toss rocks at him. Let's see what rocks does. Plus 5 MP. Is that getting cut off there? Oh, it is. Good. Blades of Steel. Blades of Steel. Chance. That's better. Alright, listen, Gravy. Not all of us had your uncle's foresight in what is good video games. Oh, I just bonked that guy with a rock and defeated him immediately. Does... Still have decent amount of... Aha! See? Your uncle is not good. In fact, at his NES... His NES cultivation. Oh, got bunked in the head. It definitely sounds very British like Commodore 64 type music. Uh-oh. We're getting some meaner Iguana 1 a level. Attack, defense. We get some stuff. HP, we get our HP back for leveling up. I don't know. It might just be the theme association, but some of the music reminds me of caveman games. But I think that's just like British Commodore 64 Z Spectrum like music in general. Oh, I've moved too much and ran into another random encounter with. I think maybe the color Marga critical hit. Oh, double damage. We can't be them. We get other dinosaurs. You do, like, it seems like you beat a, when you beat a boss, you then unlock a new dinosaur, and you can switch between them here. Let me see. Oh, so the X up there, I believe, is actually where we should be going. We're going the wrong way. I believe the X is like where the area boss would be at. Yeah, I think you could definitely get it, especially nowadays with indie development in general. Like having something like this on a Steam platform with updated pixel graphics would probably go over quite well. Might need to like flesh out the combat a little bit more, I guess. Add some more stuff to it. I think the thing is though that this isn't so much Pokemon because you're not trying to collect anything. It's sort of like a stage. I would say it's almost closer to Evo in the way that you're basically getting a form. Well, I would actually know. I would say it's more like a sort of a Metroidvania-ish RPG. Oh yeah, like the combat is obviously like very, very Pokemon inspired. But the game is more of a platformer. Like we can't get through there without some sort of rock breaking ability. I do need to get into more fights, I guess. Yeah, I mean, again, it would, especially just because of the era of when this game came out originally. Like, it's obviously going to be like, oh, hey, this looks very much like Pokemon. Now, whether or not they intentionally made it look that way, because I mean RPGs earlier than this looked very similar anyway, like except you would have just been looking at just the enemy. It would have had like the same menu elements. The only difference is that, once Pokemon came along, you're kind of expected to also see your character in the same sort of view. So it's like obviously very similar specifically to Pokemon's combat system, but you could always go back and do it in a you know, an older Final Fantasy style, if you wanted to go with a, you know, side to side view, or I'm trying to, I don't want to go down further, I don't think. Now I'm getting into here. You know what? I'm just gonna run. I don't. Let's see if I can go back up and out. Oh no. Oh, I need to go. Nope. Random encounter. I mean, honestly, if I were the one that was remaking this, I probably wouldn't have just the one-on-one combats. Like, if this game is about getting more people in your team or having more characters, more or less, then I would probably do it more along the lines of a more traditional RPG combat and have multiple people in your party having all their actions at the same time. Because I believe this is just you only get like a single controlled character at a time, so you let me go. Oh right, I can't go that way. I think I need to go higher up and then go right. Is it this way? No, hold on. Hopefully I can go right and then up somehow. I'd like to get to a boss and then I'll swap over. Oh, swap over the next thing. Ah, cool Hachiman. Actually, Gravy, cool Hachiman was the bad guys. The bad guys wore sunglasses. Those are the guys that took all the lips. Did we... Okay. Got a bunch of magic spells. Oh. We did not jump very well. Good is relative. I mean... The bad guys... Okay, fair Gravy. I'd say, like, I guess relatively, like, bad guys stealing a bunch of lips is not the biggest, like, the biggest dastardly deed one can commit at large, like... Granted, why somebody would need that many lips? I think the if I could have read Japanese, I believe like the bad guy snake Hydra thing at the end was very adamant about snacking on lips. Seemed like they fed the creature lips. No, Gravy. Guano's knocked down, no. I got stunned. Got some status ailments inflicted on me. Nope. Oh, we got into a fight before I could get off. There's a Stegosaurus. Monodon. Gain 10 experience. Okay, so we are here. I guess we have to come this way to get towards the boss. Ooh. Okay. Random sticks just falling on us. Oh, don't fall in the water. At least it doesn't seem to be like large penalties for falling in water. Eat that food. Ow. Get bunked by sticks, I guess. Oh, random encounter. Ankylosaur. You bopped. I don't have a bite attack myself. Oh, no. I get that food. There we go. Ow. Trees are being very mean to us. Okay. Alright, so there should be a boss in this area. Oh. Nope. Ah. He's trying to bait out the tree attack, as it were. Whoa, what the? That's a dude. He's got a lot of things coming out of his back there. Oh. Oh, another random encounter. Oh, some sort of raptor, maybe? Oh. Oh. Another one? Oh, I missed what that was. Seismosaurus? Siamosaurus? Okay, so this is supposed to be the boss. Whoa! That's aggressively posing at me. Apparently, I don't. Let's cast Meteor. Let us cast Meteor on the dinosaur. Ooh. Ah. It's kind of like it just like ate something that was real sour. Didn't expect it. It's just like, oh, what did I put in my mouth? Oh, gross. Thing was too ripe. Ugh. Uh-oh, I'm... Let me life spring, I guess. Oh no. Dang. I was defeated. I didn't take us back too far, just to the previous screen. Let's see, did I... Okay, so I don't have... You lose all the elements that you got in the stage before. So the elements don't respawn. So you don't want to, like, overload too much on picking them up. Like, you don't want to, like, collect too many of them, because they don't respawn, and if you need to get spells on other people, other dinosaurs in your team, you need to, you know, leave some of those available for other folks to come back and pick up. Oh, that was bad timing. This apple. Max on everything but Storm. Oh no, I was about to get off the screen. Longest. Back. Okay, let's try the earthquake. Oof. Now that was less effective, in fact. Life. Let's try life up. Wow, that was not effective particularly. Ugh. Okay. Dang. So, everything up to the boss, fairly easy. The boss, not so much. Boss demands you to use... demands you to use your dinosaur magics properly. I wonder... No, I was gonna say, I wonder if there's a, like, color coding to it, but... Since that one is red, that would imply that water would be best against it. Maybe I'll try. We'll see. We'll see if that has anything to do with it or not. Get bopped. Diamosaurus. I mean, that also could be like I'm just looking at it from. Like, my standpoint was that my color turned blue when I collected the most water. So my assumption is that, like, oh, I am water element, therefore, you know, fire would be the weakness, or maybe air for lightning. But it could also be... It could also be a color weakness thing. Dinosaur had no healthcare. Oof. You know who also doesn't have healthcare, Gravy? Meteor. Let's yeah, let's try the Meteor. Because it did do a lot of damage. Did less damage this time, huh? What about ice? Does ice do more damage? No, it did small damage. We're gonna get bonked. did back. I'm not sure what happened. Yeah, I guess that might be like their critical hit message, and maybe little damage was just like that's ineffective. So maybe it is just red, but still. That seems rough. Maybe I just need to use fireballs and not dump all my MP into a meteor that only does half damage, maybe? Although it seems like... Oh, it cast ice at me. So yeah, we'll stick with that and see if fire is the weakness. Maybe I need to use the other spell. No, can I not look at the spells? I don't think I can look at the spells outside of combat. No, more combat with these Cyanosaurus. Or nope. I think we're full on that. Yeah. Okay, so. Alright, let's try. I'm not sure what Fury is supposed to do other than... It seems like the second ones might be buff spells of some sort. Like this seems like it would be a defense up. Let's see if I can do that. Okay, so... Fireball? Didn't do much damage at all. Threezy? Missed. Ah! Alright, well... My dream of defeating the first boss and moving on to the next game, tryout, is not going to plan. Pause. Unless they expected me to, like, go level up in fighting first? Because I guess I could sit around and farm level ups. Ow. I'll get the water at the end. Oh. Become red. Just blitz it with Fury Meteor. My suspicion is that, like, the Fury thing is a physical attack buff of some sort. So I don't know that it would help the Meteor specifically. Well, let me try the Meteor. Okay, so it did about the same amount, half damage. It was just that one time we got a critical attack. I mean, that's true, we don't know. I will have to try again. Dang. Oh, I fell in the small hole. Small water hole has defeated us. Alright, I'll try the Fury Meteor combo. And see if it is it could be a raw. Yeah, yeah. Ow. Bonked. Yeah. That's kind of why I was like thinking maybe the Stone Skid would help more, but it didn't seem like it did enough to where it was going to save me from a third attack. And the healing definitely wasn't. I have not tried Air Shield at all. My assumption would be that if Stone Skin is like physical damage, then Air Shield might be like magical damage shielding. Because the second ones seem to all be buffs of some sort. This is the healing. Fury, I assume, is some kind of damage up. And then you have like a low level spell, and then your like high critical spell. Let's try the Fury. Then let's Meteor. Okay, so did more damage normally, so we didn't get a max damage message. But we still are not gonna do it. Like, we're still gonna hit first. So unless he misses, no. I could try. Yeah, the crit would have won. We could try Air Shield and see maybe if it's like an evasion buff. Because if it's an evasion buff, that would be a lot more handy than a magical buff, like a magical defense buff. Since I don't think that there's a ton of documentation about this game, I don't know that I could like even look up and see. Maybe somebody's done it by now, but maybe somebody has pried apart what the spells do a bit more. Oh, also don't get bonked by sticks. Oh, another random encounter. Oh, we missed. And it casts some kind of air spell at us as well. Okay. I'm gonna try the air shield just to see if it is maybe some kind of... If it's like a evasion buff. That would be super helpful. That's Meteor. Oh, wait. Oh, we just got crit. Never mind. I did just notice something there. And I don't know if I just have missed it before. Let me get back to the... We'll get back to the boss real quick and... Oh. Oh, yep. Watch out for the forest. The jungle here is very angry with us. For our mere existence. Oh. Oh, dang. Devastating tail attack. It is evasion? It didn't help us that time, though. But I do want to check this out. So... it didn't show up this time. So last time, there was a number 2 beside it. What is the baffling fact, Gravy? Alright, let's try this air shield again. See, did that, like, increase our... There's a 2 there, but I can't select anything, so... Curious as to what that's supposed to mean. Is there like a second tier of spell that... See, I can test it here. Bosses do not have alternate palettes. Oh, I see. So it seems like... I could theoretically cast a second level meteor if I had more max HP, or had more max MP. What's the baffling fact, Gravy? I'm gonna try to lob a level 2 fireball at it and see what happens. So that does about the same amount of damage as the... In fact, is their weakness is the same of the last dinosaur you defeated before it. That makes me think that... That makes me think that it's an issue of the bosses didn't have programmed weaknesses in, and it's just carrying the weakness of the last thing in data over. Because Game Boy memory manipulation is such a weird mess that it could just be that the boss entries don't pull from that, or don't set it. Okay. Okay, so now I'm gonna get bopped. So we'll just have to remember what the last color of dinosaur you run into is. Alright, so yellow, I assume, means air. Just gonna bite us, though. Critical hit? That's weird. So it said critical hit there, but max damage was the other thing. I have to assume maybe max damage is the weakness, and small damage is the, you know, resistant thing for spells. And critical hit still exists for, like, physical damage. Yeah. Gotcha. Nope. Popped. Alright, so here's a blue... an ice dinosaur, as you will. Or water, I guess, technically. Water elemental. Got food. So, water... I guess that's my question then, is the weakness to... Or is water a weakness, is it fire, or is it lightning? We'll guess. We'll guess at it. get... Well, you know what, though? I don't even have the highest level lightning spell. I cast this as a... So I can't cast this as the higher tier right off the bat. Let's see what happens. Missed. Okay, so I'm gonna guess air was not the correct choice. That didn't seem like that was all that effective either. Guano maximum damage, so it was rock. Earth was in fact the actual... I'm still gonna get beat though. Yeah, that's not the... I guess. It's definitely not the logic that a lot of other, you know, elemental weaknesses or even Pokemon weaknesses use. No, you definitely have to think about it differently. Because usually it'd be the other way around. Like, you know, ground would kind of get eroded by water. I think that's the logic that Pokemon uses for it. Oh, I missed. I mean, ooh, critical. Dang, and knocked down. Nice. So that one was... That was an Earth dinosaur there. We'll probably run into one more before we get to the boss. Right there. So, water again. Ow. Dang. Very rude. Okay. Alright, so we should be a little earthquake for a bunch of damage. No? Small damage. Maximum damage, okay. Then rocks. For some reason we can't cast 2 spells here. It only seems to work when we have the air shield on. So I wonder if like having some sort of agility or evasion buff is what's causing that. Maybe you can cast more spells. Or higher level spells. Small damage. Oh, okay. Oh no! We still got taken out by small damage. I wonder if some of this... Well, I don't know, I did go the wrong way at first, so... I did fight more people than maybe you would if you just came straight here. I do wonder how much they expect you to kind of fight and level up first. Because it definitely seems like if I'd had a little bit more health or defense, then we should have won there. Get blue, just in case we don't run into another one. The old earth defense. We were full health. On on you. I'm getting over here. Let's try this again. I wonder if Stone Skin would be, like, even more effective against him. Still gonna get bonked. Very rough. Well, don't fall in the water, by the way. Yeah, I wonder if I'm level 3. I wonder if I'm based on level ups. It's kind of weird because I haven't leveled up and... Oh, damn. Hold on one second. Ooh, excuse me. Uh-oh. Did I break audio somehow? Sorry. Ooh, excuse me. Amazing. I'm dropping frames. That's what's happening. Okay. I think we should be good. Apparently my need to sneeze caused the internet to congest for a bit as well. But it should be okay now. Yeah, okay. Ow. Well, I thought, because it seemed like I only got it after I was casting the wind spell, so I was just wondering if maybe that evasion buff increased, like, dexterity in a way or something that affected the amount of spells you could also cast as well. Well, that's why my internet slows down sometimes in the spring. Just all that pollen. The pollen just gets in there. That's the problem, Gravy. I don't know that I can just cast, because last time, the only time I've seen it come up with tier 2 is after I cast the air shield. And you know what? Hold on. There's sort of a random encounter spot right there. Oh, pollen, so dang. Yeah, I definitely have had that before. It doesn't get me as bad anymore these days, but yeah, I definitely remember the awfulness of, like, high school age me. That, like, it was mostly, for me, it was fall time, like, just immediately hay fever, just constant sneezing. It was awful. I had to be medicated at all times to, like, go out. Nowadays I think it's mostly the spring pollen. Mid-spring, just a bit of sneezing. So we had the water dinosaur there. Oh, I need health. Oh, the health doesn't respawn. Oh, I missed. Do I... Hold on. Ooh. So I need, like, 82 experience? sorry, like 80... 88 experience. Eh... Some of the combat experience is a little all over the place. Like, because that's only 7 experience. Again, I guess it could just be the difficulty of the encounter itself. With the boss? I don't know that I could get boss experience without beating the boss. That was worth 22 experience, though. I know once you get to full, or once you get a level, your health refills, so... We're not that far off. Yeah. No? Where you at? There you go. Seems like there's just certain spots where enemies spawn, and then you just kind of have to walk across them a couple times. You guys casting ice at us, though. It's kind of yellow? No. Off by 3. No? There we go. Oh, and you know what? The last one was actually probably supposed to be green. But green is just so muted. It's more like a muted yellow than a greenish color. And this is the air unit. The dinosaur of the air. Hey, all right, we won a level. Attack went up, defense it up, speed. I assume it's like resistance. Hey, our HP went up by a little bit, but okay. So air. What is the air weakness then? Air weakness fire? Okay, so we can cast that right out the bat. Level 2. Let's see if it's fire. Okay, it is fire. Aha! Aha! Okay. We've unlocked Triceratops. The Triceratops does not jump as well, though. We'll say that. Oh, getting a fight, though. Got horns and tails. Nope. then if you want to switch, you just go back to here. Snack on that? Snack that apple? Oh, so... Hold on. Is that a thing unique to him? So, I can charge. I got a charge attack. I don't know if that's... Did I just not ever, like, try to double tap? No, hold on. Oh, I'll just get in a fight, I guess. Oh, we're still low on health, though. In that boss fight. Oh. No, okay, yeah, it is a trike-specific thing, which is probably the way you... Oh, sorry. The way you knock down walls and such. Oh, don't get too rambunctious, though. It might help with jumping, though. Have to do it. Oh, nope. Got in a fight instead of charging. Okay. Aha! Alright. I will leave it at that, though. I might come back to this at a later time, or maybe play it off stream or something, but... I just saw that this was a game that existed on some another person's channel out there. I saw some videos and noticed this was listed in their sort of review thing. I was like, oh hey, like that might be an interesting game, especially stuff that never came out in the US, so a lot of folks just would have not known about it. I believe the game auto saves. Because there's no other menu options. I can't do anything else. Let me see if that is true or not. Let me reset. Let me reset and see if that's saved. Because that might also be very important information. I hope it wasn't. I hope you weren't supposed to like rest at the nests to save. Okay. Yeah, I do in fact have. That's right. Okay. It does in fact autosave. Very good. Alright. What was the other thing? Let's go back to the main menu. I know one of the other things I was going to play, but I don't know if I want to start that now. I did kind of want to play the Final Fantasy Legends 2, which is technically Saga 2, but that's a longer game. I might start that like towards the end, maybe get a game going. I'll let the music crank it in the background. What is Dino Breeder? What? Some Japanese games. Huh. Is there a Dokapon Game Boy game? Really? That seems like that would be You would have to. I guess you would have to play network card. I don't. Well, maybe you could pass it around player to player, maybe. Probably, yeah. So anyway, let me look. See, I'm trying to remember the other thing because, like I said, I don't really want to start fooling around too much with the Final Fantasy Legend 2, like right off the top of my head. I think I've played some Shatterhand. Here. F90. Come on, Gravy. Yeah, no problems, Fedora. I just thought about it because like, oh, hey, I might have to bring that up to you sometime, just as perhaps a game that you might want to check out. I just saw a video about it and I was like, oh, okay, this seems... Yeah, definitely. Ooh, we could play some Shadowgate. Let's play a little Shadowgate. Yeah, because I remember you wanting to like find some more games that might fit into that Saturday roll. Or no, sorry, Sunday roll. And I was like, oh, you know, I know that there's some other cool games out there, and that just happened to pop up on the it's the gal's name is Hungry Mariah, I believe. She does a lot of like older retro stuff, videos on old YouTube. But she mostly does RPGs, platformers, that kind of stuff. A lot of it is RPGs. Don't really like cheating. No, Gravy. Although I did, I don't know if you've seen it, Gravy. I did make a redeem that is a reference to that. I don't know that I would do it right this second or not, but... Why do you think I don't know, Gravy. Sometimes people just bring up, Deadly Premonition references out of the blue. That's a thing that happens. So Shadowgate is cut off by the screen size changing again a little bit. I just remember as a kid this game having like really cool atmospheric music and also being very frustrating. Frustrating until you figured out what you were doing, more or less. The last thing you remember is standing before the wizard Lakmir as he waves his hand. Waved his hand. Now you find yourself staring in an entryway, which lies at the edge of a forest. Druid's words ring in your ears. Then the castle Shadowgate lies your quest. The dreaded warlock lord will use his black magic to raise the behemoth from the dark depths. A combination of his evil arts and the great titan's power will surely destroy us all. You are the last of the line of kings. Seed of prophecy was foretold eons ago. Only you can stop the evil one from darkening our world forever. Fare thee well. Gritting your teeth, you swear by your god's name that you will destroy the Warlock Lord. So now you're just here looking at a door. And of course the door's probably locked, right? Oh, no it's not. There's a suspicious looking skull on top of the door. Skull of some creature. Meaning seems quite clear. Death lurks inside. Death does lurk inside. This game does have a lot of potential like instant death scenarios where you could just oops, you hit the thing wrong, or you went down the staircase. As if by magic, the skull rises. Because it is magic. You can take this key out of here. But this is just a sort of an adventure game, not unlike things like maybe a Monkey Island or any of those sorts, except it's just a first-person viewpoint. And it's a lot more focused on just the item collection and use, rather than like characters and such. There's story, obviously, that pitiful wizard Lakmir has sent us here. And the warlock is mocking us as a fool and a buffoon. Surely regret it, for the only thing here for you is a horrible death. Well, thanks. Maniacal laughter. So these were all old Macintosh computer games originally, and they got ported to other systems, but there's 3 of these on the NES. Erase this. See, this kind of game is the sort of game that only makes sense to erase if everybody knows the game. If you've never played the game before or have like only a vague recollection of this game, you're not gonna have a good time erasing it. I have a key. Key doesn't fit that door. Okay. About this one? It does work on that door. But yeah, it's definitely the type of game that any of these, like point and click, these sorts of things, are going to be awful to race if you don't know all the solutions to the puzzles. Stone walls seem uncomfortably close as you walk down the stairs. Let's open this book. Okay. A rectangular hole has been cut out of the book. There's a key inside. Okay. Let's also take this torch. And let's take this torch. So in this game, torches are kind of like your timer. Oh, interesting. This torch seems to have a different entry. It is not the same as the rest of the torches that just are in this pile. Something out of the ordinary about this torch. I can't put a finger on it. But the torches... So you have... Every action takes a tick off your torch. And eventually your torch will run down. If you have no torches lit... well, that's a game over. So you have to kind of constantly be on the lookout for keeping your torches lit and not messing around too much in any one room for too long. I believe it only ticks down when you take an action. Like opening this would count, but not just standing here. Like standing around doesn't do. It's not time-based. It's action-based. Let's go in here real quick. Arrow. Take the arrow. And we'll take these torches. Can't take it. Oh. These torches seem to be nailed to the wall.
this torch. You move the torch, and a hidden door appears. Interesting. Okay, here's a chasm. A rickety bridge with snakes on it. It's probably not the way you want to go. Uh-oh. A wraith is standing in your way. Let's speak to the wraith. Hey, wraith, what's up? It doesn't seem to understand what you... Bummer. I think I could take these torches without the wraith carrying to. I'm just grabbing these torches. It's alright. How's it going? Now, I know enough about this game to know we're going to use the torch on this guy. We probably need to light the torch first. No. Light this torch first. There we go. You throw the flaming torch at the wraith, and it's gone. The wraith is gone. Now we can take this cloak. Now we've got a fancy cloak. Or actually, let me look. There are pockets in the cloak? Okay. Let's use the cloak. Use it on ourselves. Barely fits over your armor. Now, listen. You don't have a lot of fashion options when you're in somebody else's castle worrying about your death. You know, it's... You take what you can get, and then you move on. Alright. I'm not going to play through the whole game. Anything like that. The bottle is impossibly light. Interesting. Sure smells terrible. Let's save real quick. So, if you were just really curious and you decided to, you just take this bottle and you're like, oh, yeah, it's a bottle. You don't know that it smells terrible or anything. Maybe I want to use this bottle. Let's use the bottle on ours. Oh. So the contents of the bottle have just killed us. Sure. It's a sad thing that your adventures have ended here. And so this is the game, by the way, Fedora, that reference comes from for How to Fool Boyfriend. Yep, that is in fact it. Good old Shadowgate. Shadowgate. So there's two other games in the same sort of line. One is Deja Vu, which is a sort of a noir 20s, 30s sort of thing. It's same idea, but it is a same game type, but it's about being a hard-hitting detective who's got amnesia and trying to solve a case that you're you are implicated in, rather. And then the third one is Uninvited, which I think is shorter, but it's sort of a more modern era game, but there's still like mystery and magic and kind of things like that. But those are the three that got part of the NES. I only remember playing Shadowgate and Deja Vu were the two that I had gotten a chance to play. in the days of rentals. Is there... a second. I have some audio playing somewhere? Hmm? Maybe I'm just hearing things. No. Anyway, let me... Actually, let me pause here for a second. I think what I might do, since you're here, Fedora, I could get back to the Shining Soul 1 game. Because I also have fun facts about Shining Soul 1. Let me close this out. Well, let me swap over to the splash screen real quick while papers rustle in the background. Just a second. Let me set up the old Retron. I need... the Elgato capture to show up for me. So that... no capture device. Oh. Okay. Why is that? Oh, that's not. Let me restart this real quick. I think I got stuck on the... save export. Probably because it wasn't reading the cartridge particularly well. Okay, do we have... okay, no cart inserted. Okay, let me swap back over to this. Oh. Let me try another cart real quick, just to make sure it's not the device itself. This one? Nope. Battle Pinball works fine. It's just this particular cart. Like I said, this was one of the carts, I believe, that got water damaged out in the, when it fell out of my car and was in the gutter for a while. loading slowly. I don't know if that'll count. Probably come up and say unknown cartridge. Yeah. We on you. Fancy. Not it. There we go. That's more accurate. So initially I had given folks in chat the opportunity to name the gecko. Got it. I believe Gravy is responsible for Photonic Kaiser and Final Hazard. Carl was just the running joke that we had. Everything was named Carl for the longest time. I think that's more of a Final Fantasy V reference. There is a lobster creature that's called like Carlabos, but in the real bad US or like PS1 version translation, it's translated as Carl Boss. And so Carl Boss, especially when we were running Fiesta, the Fiesta season, Carl Boss was a thing that would constantly be popping up. And I want to say Nowonk. Yeah, I want to say Nowonk had like he had edited or he had found a screenshot that has Carl from Aqua Teen Hunger Force as that boss because there's like Carl Boss. That was the whole thing for the longest time was just Carl. Everything was Carl related. So, Shining Soul, do we have audio? Long ago. Okay, so it looks like... Okay, it looks like audio is going. I'm not sure... It looks like it might be doubled, though. I think... Hold on. Is that... Because OBS was picking up both desktop audio and Elgato audio. So I think it was picking up the... Since I'm using it... I am... playing it through a window, because I don't have a decent enough TV to hook it up to... hook up the Elgato out to a TV. I guess I could, but, why bother? I can just play it through the Elgato window capture thing here pretty easy. Seems like that would be a bit of trouble. Oh, it's you're gonna tell me about Grandpa again. So, my fun fact about this, it looks like ads are gonna start in about 8 minutes. I'll snooze a little bit longer. So, on the title screens to Shining Soul games, this one and the other one, it lists Atlus and it lists Sega involved in it. But neither of those companies actually had anything to do with making the game. Sega owns the IP, but Atlus is just the publisher. The actual developer is somebody entirely different. And I thought it was wild who developed this game. Let me get into single player mode real quick. Sarge, level 7. Did we leave off? I think we had just beaten that boss, right? You need 90 XP. Take a little break. Okay. Get healed. So the developer for this game. I'll start this. This is the first game, the first English released game that this developer had made. Shining Soul 1, and then they went on to make Shining Soul 2 as well. The developer for this game is Grasshopper Manufacturer, who is Suda51, who is the developer to No More Heroes, and Lollipop Chainsaw, and what was it, Souls of the Damned, which was the game with the talking skull man. Yes, that is in fact that is his first. Like these games were his first. Yeah, were their first English developed, or the first games that they made that made it to English markets were Shining Soul and Shining Soul 2. But it's pretty common in Japan for a lot of like kind of secondary or handheld games to get farmed out to smaller manufacturing studios. Like Namco and Konami, like they all had a lot of like side developers that would translate things to other platforms or would handle like older IPs that just hadn't, they're just like, hey, we want to make a game around this, but we don't want to spend a lot of money because it's not Sonic the Hedgehog. It's not our A brands. So they hand it off to smaller developer studios. But this is Igual Dungeon. This is the first game, the first English game that Suda51 studio, I guess, at that point in time. I'm not sure exactly how much he did on the game specifically because, there's not a lot of English translated communication about like the early times, the early stuff they worked on. But there is I believe it's like a Gama Sutra or Gama Sutra. I don't know how they meant to pronounce that. That's that particular publication at the time. I don't think it's still around anymore, actually. But there was an article where they have interviews with Suda51, and they talk about game, like them having manufactured these games. And I want to say they like even listed Shining Soul 2 on their website, but they never like took credit for Shining Soul 1. But somebody had like brought it up in an interview, and it was like, we made that game as well. Status. Oh, I do have some skill points. Let's see. I can't hit rate and evasion rate. Yeah. Sounds good to me. Let's get a little bit more strength in there. And then can't. Charge attack okay. Hold on. We can do a charge attack, you say? Oh, we can. Interesting. Okay. I did not know about that. Get bashed. So it's kind of got a secret mana, like, attack power up system. You can charge up your attacks and let them loose. We're missing the ghost face, though. Wow. Oh, got him that time. We've been slowed down. We've been colded. no. Some kind of ice elementals. Which means we have to use earth on them. Oh, that guy's fireballs. Ooh. They just decide that they just decide that they won't want to be corporeal as I'm swinging at them. They're just like, no, you didn't actually hit me. No. I've forgotten how to play the game. Hold on. There we go. Oh. I accidentally used the health again, didn't I? Silly me. Yeah, stuff with high evasion, I'm guessing the charge attack's not the most effective. Dang. Bashing. Yeah. Monument of Speed. Hey. I don't know that I feel much faster, but go find a dress, I guess. Middle axe. Uh-oh. What are you doing? What are you doing? Hold on. I can't pause it. There's not a pause to this game. I'm sorry. Oh. Alright, see ya, dog. I guess just wanted to come in and see what was up, and then left. Yes. The cat is asleep on the beanbag. Oh. Okay. Get punched. Let's see. I don't know that. Wow, and then missed there too. Does it have a longer reach to it though? Maybe it does have a longer reach. No, doesn't look like it. Scale armor. You would think that that would go quite well. What we've got. Leather clothes +2. Yeah. Why wouldn't we? Why wouldn't we wear scale on armor? We would lose health there. The half helm. I'll just drop the leather helm. And this bandana. Wait. Huh? Oh, it's because I have a leather hood of life. Right. I would lose some hit points, I guess. But it's only worth 1 more defense. And no. I won't go that route. That seems not worth it. Oop. Got the herb. But yeah, that was just a little factoid I stumbled across while I was trying to figure out um, whether or not the item box is full. No, whether or not I could get the multiplayer set up or not online, which seems, I don't know. It seems like it might be doable, but it sounded like the easiest way is to do it on this man named Wrecking Bill. I mean, probably should be hyperactive menus. There's a lot going on here. It definitely invokes the sort of thing where if this was a DS game, like, all this stuff would be on a separate screen and then all the numbers would be on the other screen. Like, it's just a lot of information condensed down into one menu. I need to. Blocks that appeared over your head? Oh, you talking about like this? Like the power up thing? Yeah, that's probably. I mean, I think it's probably set this way for like multiplayer. Maybe they thought that this would be easier because you could maybe show to other players that, like, oh, I'm charging my weapon up. I've got weapons charged. Grr probably tells other people that your hit points are low. It's probably meant for sort of to translate that stuff to other players that you're playing with, since they can't all have everybody's hit points and all that stuff on there. On a GBA screen, probably wouldn't appreciate all that information being shared and stored multiplayer wise. But I don't know, maybe. Oops, what's going on? Hold on. Oh, I took my weapon off. Oh, ads. Oops. Sorry about that. I totally didn't see it pop back up again, that the ads were coming. But that's okay. We're sitting here just looking at this herb. Pondering herbs. Are you talking about these, like, these things popping up from the sides, Gravy? Wow, whoa. It does take a little getting used to. The only thing popping up over my head is the charging up number. Maybe I'm misunderstanding. Oh, I thought you just said that not... Huh. Like, you mean the numbers, like, popping up above the dog? I don't... Oh, this. You're talking about just this. Okay, I see. I see what you're talking about. Ah. He's not behaving. That is the downside. The they definitely have more flair to them than just like your normal everyday menus. I can definitely see how, you know, if the animation might be like, what does this have to do with options, you know? But I don't know. I just think of it like this. This is the precursor to all the wild things that happen in later Suda51 games. Just like, these are just hints at what's to come from Suda51. We'll go from, you know, stylized menu choices to hyper stylized action games about weird nerds and death combat. It was foretold. And man, charging up seems maybe not as good as it should be. Unless these guys are just... There we go. Oof. Unless we're just in an area where everybody and their brother is... Yeah, everything is just really evasive at large. You know, I probably should have... You know what? I bet I didn't sell off stuff in my inventory after that last battle, or the last level. Oops. Oops. I'm getting pushed by ice ghosts. Now I'm trying to think. I'm trying to remember what the game was. It Shadows of the Dead? Shadows of the Damned? Because there was a game in between Lollipop Chainsaw and Killer is Dead. Yeah, I'll try to clear out. Well, hold on. Is my inventory... Okay, it's totally full. Well, I probably should use this herb. No? Just regular hood, mage hood. Let's drop this leather helmet and I'll come back and get the... Okay. Let's do... Let's use our town portal and head back. Oh, right. I need to put it up here, don't I? Nope. Yeah, I think I just forgot to sell that stuff after the fight, or after the boss last time, and just went out and went, oh, okay. Totally forgetting that I still had stuff in my inventory. What do we got? Weapons. I've got one unidentified item. Do I need you to identify this for me? Ooh, right. It's gonna be super expensive. And I might not get that value back. Hold on. Let's... When I sell that, it's only worth 1. Let me sell all these first. Middle axe. Oh, wait. That was silly. I could just... I need to upgrade my axe. Give me a better axe. Sell that. Sell that axe. Sell the spear. Slow scroll. Sell this. For a second there, I read those S's as G's, and I was like, why am I carrying this dreg? That doesn't look like a dreg. Mage hood. Protect bait eraser. Other close +2. Mage hood. Cotton robe's still worse than what we have. These are also worse than what we got. I think I'm gonna sell it. And I'll sell this too, because it's only one better. Alright. Okay, so 470 to alright, 470 to identify. It only sells for 1 if it's not identified. Mage Hood of Thunder Shield. I'm just curious if it's always going to be, oops, 235. If it's just always going to be worse to identify it than sell it outright, because we're still losing more money that way. Unless, does the armor shop buy armor for more? Is that the thing, maybe? No. Well, fine. No, don't identify things that you can't wear, class-wise. Is the lesson we've learned. Got some healing items. Power wine. Power of wine. That in our items. Chain flail still a lot better than the middle axe. I'll drop off some money. Did I have a... Oh, just a regular, another regular middle axe. I guess I could just... I'm not... I'll come back and sell that later. Yes. Yes, please. Oh. Oh, that's rude of you guys. What? Another herb. Man.
Charge up. Oh, I mean, it definitely does a lot more damage if it hits, but the evasion... The evasion of the enemies in this area is just... Ooh. Just a bit more than we're used to at this point. Oh no, I've been slowed. I need a slight defrosting. I haven't seen my flame breath kick off too much recently. Oh, sword. Oh. Iron blade. There's a lot of herbs down here. Everybody and their brother is carrying herbs. No. Got a healing scroll, which cannot use. Yeah, but yeah, as I was saying earlier, oh, level up. As I was saying earlier, it seems like to play multiplayer games where the games expect you to have multiple systems, for purely GBA games, it seems like the best options are either to go sort of the parsec route and have somebody parsec into a computer individually, and then you have to kind of set it up on a singular computer to network on the same desktop, essentially, or on your same system. Because it seems like all the other solutions have to run through like IP communication, and it doesn't work quite as well. A lot of the games will like basically lag out constantly. For games that everybody's playing on the same system, it works just fine you can like run it through RetroArch and just connect to another person and be fine that way. It would be nice if they brought that stuff, yeah. I'll have to double check. The last I had seen, I think that there is some stuff in Switch emulation which runs, because Switch the Switch does have an online like system for online play for various GB, Game Boy, GBA games, but I'm not sure how flexible it is about like adding new software to that. It is kind of just emulating the, Switch hardware in the back end. I didn't poke around in that too much because there's also a lot of legal hotspots for Switch emulation. I'm not recommending people check any of that stuff out. That's just what I saw in the research that I did about doing multiplayer on retro games.
So stuff like Secret of Mana, any of those games that you play multiple people on one screen, they all work fine through RetroArch. Stuff like Four Swords Adventure, which is kind of a joint GBA, Game Boy, or sorry, GameCube stuff. That all plays fine in Dolphin. You can apparently hook that stuff up real easily and play it through there. But that's because you're playing what is essentially a GameCube game that also has Game Boy Advance support. So it's not quite the same. The Dolphin, the Game Boy or the GameCube stuff is all kind of handling the networking part of it, and they've got Dolphin set up fairly well to do that. I've seen people doing multiplayer with that setup, which does kind of make me wonder if, I know that there are more modern options to play. Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles. Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles, we did play Four Swords at one point in time, but Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles was a game that we got into briefly because it was the same sort of thing. Like, you had a Final Fantasy game, and everybody played, or everybody hooked their Game Boy Advance up to the GameCube to play it. And we got really into it for a little while, and then at some point we got far enough into the game that things were getting difficult, and then we just never went back to it. It was kind of, I think it might have been because people's Game Boy Advances, I think one of us had an issue where three of us had Game Boy Advance SPs, so we were okay. We had the backlit screen and a decent battery options, all that kind of jazz. We could just plug it in, recharge it, and be ready to go for the next week. And then I had a backup old school GBA, and I think my brother had to use that because he didn't have his own GBA at the time. I think I ended up just giving him that GBA. But it was just far more difficult to use, and we didn't have another option. And I think he ended up having to start working different hours, so he couldn't hang out with us as much. And so we were just like, oh, okay, we'll just put this off until your schedule changes. And because he works at a factory in a union job. That isn't as flexible. You don't just get to change hours or whatnot. He's got long hours to work as it is. Yeah, I definitely feel like the GBA SP was my favorite handheld system. Mostly because I could still play the older Game Boy games that I had. And it was just the first time that I guess it was the first time I could actually see the games without having some massive contraption on top of the Game Boy to light it up and magnify it. And I distinctly remember at the time in a relationship I had at the time, we had gone out to buy a Game Boy Advance for her, and it was the same sort of deal. This is before I think the SP had come out, and it was the same thing where we got it home and we started playing around with it, and we were just oh yeah, we need some kind of a lighting system for this thing, and we need a battery pack or rechargeable batteries or something, because this is just gonna burn through stuff. Yeah, it was. I want to say I had one of the ones that had it was a big plastic shell that went around the outside of the Game Boy, and then it had the big flip up magnifying glass with, or the magnifying screen with the lights on the back of it. And yeah, I think that one had its own separate batteries, but that was kind of worse because then you had like two different sets of batteries, and you'd have one device that was constantly draining batteries, and sometimes they would just drain batteries at different rates, and you just be like, oh man, I'm just going through batteries constantly. And I do remember we were pretty into rechargeable batteries early on. They were kind of like the older, not lithium batteries, like the nickel cadmium batteries. I think they were not as great. They didn't hold as much charge, but we definitely got into some of those. So as a kid, I don't know if I may have told this story at one point in time. As a kid, me and my dad used to be into not slot cars, but they were kind of slot cars. They're more along the lines of the cars that are in the Yakuza games, like that mini game where you have the little like tuned up car that you stick in the slot in the track area and then just let it take off. And we got into those cars for a little while, and we tinkered around with them. We did some like not like heavy modifications or anything, but we did do some like tweaking to them here and there just to like mess with the suspension a little bit, or like try to give the tires some more traction. Essentially, we try to like carve treads into the tires a little bit more, just to see if like that would give us some more friction, give us some more grip on the track, as it were. And at the time, we used to buy up batteries all the time, or we used to use those rechargeable batteries for that stuff. And I remember as a kid, there was like this tournament up at the mall that we had with these cars. And we went up there and we were doing real good. We were like, oh, great, we're in the finals or whatnot. But then I realized, like, oh, we need new battery. Like, we had this handful of these rechargeable batteries, and we're like, we used a bunch of these already for earlier races. And we're just like, these don't hold enough charge for these cars long enough to, like, be at full charge through a whole race and still be good for another race. So we were like, oh man, we don't have any batteries. And I was begging my dad, like, come on, we need these batteries. We need some batteries. We gotta have fresh batteries in this thing, or we're not gonna make it. And he was like, no, it'll be fine. And so we just had these handful of like, I think they were Radio Shack brand nickel cadmium batteries. And we were just kind of trying to swap in whichever ones we thought had the most charge still left in them. And sure enough, like, you could tell towards like the last few laps of the race, like the car just kind of started to slow down. I was just like, oh, we lost. And for the longest time, it's just like, it's because of those batteries. I know, it's Double A's betrayed us. Eagle Dungeon 4. Of course, me as a kid was upset that we couldn't just magically procure more batteries. And it was, my dad was just, like, hey, I already bought all this other stuff. I'm not spending more monies on batteries at the mall because we're in the mall. I'm not buying mall batteries. The price of those things can be absurd. I need some more. Oh, all this herb just sitting around here. I'll put that in place there. There we go. Use up some of that. I do kind of wish that stuff would stack a little bit. Oh no. Oh no. Ow. Consumables might. Oh, okay. Oh, crap. Oh, no. Hold on. These rocks are not nice. No, 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 no. No, no, no. Oh, crap. What do we got? 3. Oh. Nope. These rocks are super aggressive. I need to see what the piage damage is. Oh, it is even better, actually. Should have looked earlier. Be throwing piage. At... Uh-oh. That's a rock man with a face in his chest. Seems not very aggressive. He does have booty hanging off. No. Ah, Suda. Suda insisted that there needed to be more booty in the game. So he put it on the rock golem and the goblins in later games. The goblin bosses. Whoa, that's a wild thing. We're getting chased by some gross looking worm monsters. Ooh. Ow. Ow, they hurt too. Charge up. Okay. Power Tomahawk. I think I actually leveled earlier and didn't spend my points, didn't I? Yeah. I don't think there's... So dexterity does affect our hit rate. So I'm gonna buff that up a bunch. See if we can be a bit more accurate. More damage to undead. Improves defense against flame and thunder. I mean, there was a lot of ghosts earlier. I think I might hold on to that for now. Oh. No. I think... so far, the stat investment there seems to be a little bit better. I say as I miss several times. Oh no. Can I just not hit them when they're in the ground, maybe? Nope. Hit 'em. Okay. Alright. Fashion. Hey. Oh no. Oh no. All the booty is here. Hanging out. Item box is full. No. They don't seem aggressive though. What's going on? Oh, okay, now, yeah. They get really close. They're the least threatening, however. They're very very careful in the way they move up to attack. Hey, level up. Let's move on. Although I probably have to clear those out to get the exit to spawn. Oh, come on, bat! Oh man, these bats are a lot harder to hit. Power tomahawk. Yeah, no problem, Fedora. I will probably stop not too long so I can grab some lunch. So I will probably end up raiding into you at some point. So enjoy a bit of downtime, get ready for that stream. Get ready for some Deus Ex. I will bash these worms, and get poisoned apparently. Oh no. Or am I poisoned? Yes. I assume yes, I am poisoned. Okay. We've unpoisoned. Bop the stat. Oh, no. These guys. Oh, hold on. I don't. I have a healing item still, don't I? Oh no, I'm still getting beat up though. Crap. Oh, now I'm poisoned again. No. Oh. I don't think I have any more antidote. Healing drop, healing water. Is the healing? Oh, okay. Clear. My status ailment has cleared up. Never mind. I was gonna say I thought maybe one of those also cleared some status ailments, but. Our tomahawk. Ugh, more of these worms. Oh, jeez. No. So many worms. Oh no. Worms and booty golems. That's all we get here down here in these caverns. Book robe. Jeez. At least the poison does wear off after a time. It's not. It's not Dark Souls where your poison just lingers on you forever. Grab the silk robe. Listen, golems. They have kind of weird robot heads though too, because like when you hit them, their like eyes light up. I mean, we know that there's like robot enemies in this game. We fought one. It's the boss last time was a big robot system thing. No, poison. You jerks. Ugh. Okay, so the healing water does not cure poison. Battle blade. we should probably go back. Oh no, crap, I hit the wrong button. Very foolish of me. Go back and sell our stuff. Sell our equipment. So I should let's sell first. Let's sell first. You want to buy something? Yes. No. I'll sell this dreg. Battle blade. Iron blade. Got middle axes. Probably should have gotten the. Our tomahawk is worse than what we've got. I see. Green flail is worse than our piage. Just I love the sound of that word. Piage. Piage. Helm cell. Silk robe. Blades. Heal scrolls. Of no use to us. The blast scroll. I can't use that, so it's kind of useless. I don't know if it's worth identifying this because I don't think it'll be good enough to replace this axe. That's 60. I mean, I'm not using it as it is now because it's so much worse than our chain, our flail, but valuing scroll. Oh. I see. I can actually just pre-identify that without having to use. Although, I kind of would rather use it on something that I know is going to be useful. Like, I don't think the stats on that thing are going to be high enough to make it worth using it. I'll check though. You know what? We've got money. It's not a big deal. 200. Power Tomahawk plus 7. It has a fire element to it? Is that what that is? 70. And it's better than the middle axe. We'll see. Select 27 level axe level 1. Those units can use it. No special effect. So it doesn't have a fire effect to it. No special effects. But it does have a fire symbol beside it. It's just fire element, but it doesn't do anything fancy, perhaps? We'll put some more points into Dex just to get our hit rate up. I'll put some more strength as well. Let's break armor or improve defense. I feel like having improved defense is probably good. Mr. Sarge. In all of you. I mean, it's just because I've got these, I've got a massive piage hanging around. So, you know. I get it. People are in awe of the massive piage. Is it just like saying the word Pia? Soul Return, huh? Interesting. What does that do? Revives knocked out players. Okay, so that's multiplayer stuff. Not a big concern. Antidote. I do want some antidote. Magic spell stuff. And save you from dangers? What? Okay. I'll take one more. There we go. Yes. Give me this back. No, put it in the same spot. All this money and then we'll sell that stuff in the EU. Yo, you wanna buy something? No, but I know you do. You wanna buy some middle accent? I'll probably clear out this, try to clear out this level, and then we'll call it for now. I will probably hop back in later to do some souls, maybe souls and or fort, and maybe start the Final Fantasy Legend stuff as well. I'm kind of debating the party for that. I kind of want to do like maybe 2 robots, 2 mutants. I could be tempted to take a monster, but the monsters in that game seem like such a giant pain in the butt to like use properly. Seems like you'd have to sit around and just have a walkthrough for what all monsters turn into to make sure you don't get, you know, a crummy monster, more or less. Oh no. Worms. Found an item back there. Light spear. Did I hear the sound effect? I thought maybe I had heard that sound effect of the floor. The exit appearing somewhere. No? There's gotta be some more enemies somewhere. There they are. I was like, there had to be something else around here. That's a different colored worm. Does that mean that's the... Hold on, I'm curious now. Does the different color mean anything as far as the level unlock goes? Yes. Aha. I see. Igual dungeon. Lots of worms. We'll bop them. Hold on, let me try switching weapons. Does the... Oh. Okay, so it does have some kind of fire effect. Oh, okay. Ah, so charging up the axe and letting it loose kind of gives you a sort of charge attack. You keep moving through it. This is pretty interesting. That's kind of handy. But it does have a fire effect to it. Even though it doesn't, it says it had no special effects or whatever, but I guess that means it doesn't have any sort of like, you know, status effect granting attacks or some kind of, like, you know, life drain or something. Something that isn't explained by the little fireball symbol on it. Oh, there's a funky skeleton attacking us. He is... He seems also not particularly aggressive, though. Get axed. No, missed them all. They seem not particularly enthused by our fiery axe presentation. The ball and chain, on the other hand. Oh no. Flail a little bit more effective. Yeah. Ash him. Getting smacked. There you go. Another middle axe. Axe has a large family. There's just a lot of middle axes. Hey. Okay. Pop him. Popping in bats. Popping bats with my piage. Oh, ads are about to start apparently. It didn't warn me about that, but apparently ads are about to start again. I will clear this out, grab this chest. Oh, no. No. Bop, son. Please. What was that? Amethyst Charm? Amethyst Charm. Accessory slot. It just gives us some magic resist. But we lose our attack and defense buff by it. Chain flail. Not sure I'm sold on that thing. Another downward staircase. Let's heal up real quick. Might as well go down. I don't think there's any more chests in there. Igual Dungeon 7. Should be getting fairly close to the I would assume that not every stage is gonna like constantly have more and more and more floors. That seems like it would. I mean, it's possible. There's definitely a lot of like older Japanese RPG games where it is basically just a constant drive of did you beat this 20 level dungeon? Now how about this 40 level dungeon? Oh, you beat that one? How about this 70 level dungeon? Here's this 100 level dungeon. Here's this 1000 level dungeon. Like what? Why have you done this? Battle Tomahawk. Let's go back to our fire a little bit. Maybe these guys are... They are a little bit more flammable, it seems. Ooh, 60. Ow. Got colded. Fire effective on the cold ghosts? Seems like it. We do have a level. Let's put more points in the dex. Do that. Uh-oh. 1 second. Me. There we go. I think the desktop audio is doubling things there a little bit. I do need to. Also, probably part of why I've been sneezing more is probably just because I don't have the. I've not taken the Flonase. Probably should have taken that before I started, but you know. Okay. Let's... No. Let's use our axe. Another Battle Tomahawk. I might need to during the break before I come back later tonight. I'll probably need to rest my head for a little bit. No, I hit the wrong button again. See if I can loosen up the stuff going on in my jaw, ear area thing. I think I made the mistake of just laying on my right side. I think it kind of puts my neck in a goofy position when I sleep, and I end up getting a lot more jaw things going on. So I probably should take a little break here shortly. I should just for lunch anyway. Get some fooding. Poppin'. Okay. Hand axe. It seems. It seems like why am I getting a hand axe at this point? That seems like real low level. I'm not very tempted to check that out. It seems like it could only be a waste of money. Though then again, you never know. Some of these games very much had the idea that even if it were a lower level, lower end damage type, some of the games would like throw all kinds of additional extra bonuses on top of it, just to be like, well, yeah, it has less like raw damage, but it has a lot more of a bonus attack or this other elemental damage. It has a higher I think PSO did that a lot. Like you would get a better tier of weapon, but they would still toss the lower tier weapons at you with like more advanced spell damage types on them for the extra hits. And so it'd be kind of this, juggle of like, well, you're getting the next tier of weapon, which does more raw damage, but you could get this really cool, like, lower level gun that does, and like the higher end fire damage whenever you use your special attack or, you know, drained energy or something. There were a few different types. Oh, healing drop. We will use that. Let's use the scale helm. We do have some magical things. Scale helm of life +3. Yes, please. That's about as good as our helm already. So we will upgrade. I don't think I want to use it on the hand axe though. Steel sword seems like it'd be worth a lot of points. My box is full, however. Nope. I don't think I showed up and just got smacked. Ooh, okay, so there's a red one there. Let's double check and see if that guy is indeed like the gatekeeper. Okay, there was a funky noise there in the background. Battle blade. Let's see if we can find the exit though. There it is. Sure enough. I might drop something for that battle blade, because the battle blade is a little higher level, I think. A little sell for more. Let's see. What items do we have to get rid of? Steel lance. Just regular battle. Oh crap, we're getting attacked. Jerk. Okay. Let's drop on the regular battle tomahawks. Or this. Hey, you know what? There we go. We'll just do that. Haha. Yeewall Dungeon 8. Mana box is full. Ah, missed. You're getting surrounded by dudes. At least we can like kind of push through them. It's not like they body block us out of things, which would be really bad. I probably should go back though and sell all this stuff. Let's drop one of these real quick, just so I can pick up the herb, use it. Okay. Now we'll pick up the. Let's pick up an item instead. Pick up this heal scroll? No. Hold on. Hey, jerks. We're not interested. Peace. Still trying to swing at us, even though we're leaving the dungeon. Help you. Man, Silk Robe. We'll try some of these lower level weapons. And after Holiness +1. Good versus undead enemies. Okay. How much is that worth? Okay, so I think I did actually net benefit there from that one. Ooh, dang. That one definitely did. That's +2 strength. Ooh. I see. Okay. Very valuable. Steel sword. I'll just dump all this stuff in. Leather Hood of Life was what we had equipped. Extra pillage. Pillage just makes me think of like a sound effect that you would make if you were a kid playing some sort of like laser robot tag thing. You'd be like a pillage, pillage. It's just this sound effect that I imagine that. I don't know that I want. I mean, I might keep it. Do have a bunch of money sitting around. Keep your items and money. Okay. Take your bag, sure. See if I can. See if this is the like kind of sort of the last floor or one of the last floors. If not, I might call it after this floor just so I can, like I said, get something to eat, rest, and see if I can get my ear to behave a little bit. Green vest, we can't wear it, dang. I wanted to wear the green vest. Come on. Red and green is a really nice combo. That would be hella fashionable. No. Missing. Dang. Oh. Really? More of them appearing, I'll say that. Okay. Think that means that the door is open? Although that guy dropped an item, so who knows? Maybe that means that the guys that are different colored to have objects on them as well. I don't know. Get bopped, please. Okay. Yep, there's it. There it is. Okay. That is in fact pretty tied together then. Beat up the big bad, different colored guy, and you can move on. Although this does mean that this isn't the last floor, because this would be a big glowing circle. Eagle Dungeon. Oh, we've got centaurs rolling around down here now, too. What's up, centaurs? Dual wielding centaurs, looks like. Yeah, dang. Ooh, and they're very aggressive. Ooh. They're trying. Ooh, dropped them piage. Yeah, that's right. Healing drops. Let us check. Oh, beat the slime up. Get out of here, slime. And a bat too? Come on. Just money. Man, a lot of missing. Okay. Oh, that's not. No, not yet, please. A little too excited. So we do want to get some more accuracy up, strength up, vitality up should be good. No status points. I'll leave the other. I'll leave the other two up, or the skill points up, so I can maybe either level up axe. Actually. I could get the breath up, actually. Yeah. Get the combat breath weapon back. Operating a little bit more frequently. Do we have... I have mostly healing drops in there. Okay. Okay. I don't think I've found the enemy that opens the door yet, though. Down here. Oh no. Oops. Do this. Oh, there he is. There's the different color guy now. Aha. I do kind of feel like maybe I want to get the axe level up as well, just so I can charge through people. Do some extra damage, and sort of do this little charge dash maneuver. Ow. Getting beat up. Dang, that does a little bit more damage. Ooh. Very rude. Let's try back. Yeah, there. I got a wizard hat. Yeah, that weird head neck sensation that I get is definitely a sort of a pain thing where I'm like, because I just felt it there, like I'm kind of could be. I think maybe I've got maybe a pinched nerve in my back. It could just be that I'm aggravating that, maybe. Or bashing. Yeah. Maybe I should just go down. Give me this herb. Get out of here. I'm gonna call it after this dungeon, just because I don't know how many more floors it could be before we get to the boss, and I do kind of want to rest my head a little bit, get some food, take a bit of a break, and power down before later tonight. I said I'll probably do a bit of Final Fantasy Legend 2 for a little while, and then finish it off with like either Souls or Fortress, depending on how we feel at the time. I kind of maybe feel like Souls, but you know, we'll see how I'm feeling after resting this headache off a little bit. It's not particularly bad or anything. It's just a little slight annoyance. Oh no, inventory's full though. Why are we missing so much? Finally, oof. So, got a lot of stuff in my inventory. Do have a bunch of herbs that are not getting used, though. Should stick in here. Get the stuff used. So there should be... No. To say there should be an X. I'm like, no, I haven't actually cleared the specific enemy out of this floor yet. Okay. 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 Man, so many scrolls. Hold on. Do I have any unidentified objects? Yes, we do. Yeah, let's do that. We can get some of these valuing scrolls. Aha! It's the floor boss. We found you. Nope. Okay, we got it. Whoa. Just regular scale helm. I might go back before the end of the stage anyway. Just to... Yeah. Just so I can empty out my inventory and... Okay, there is the boss, in fact. I think I will save that for next time. Let me power down and take a break here. Let's go back and sell stuff real quick, and then I will call it a break. Grab some lunch. Take a bit of a downtime. Relax. Ooh. Yawn a bit. Yo, you wanna buy something? Sell this fancy dress. Some piage. Sell them piages. Some slow scroll. It's a powerful slow scroll, apparently. Okay. Definitely a decent amount of cash sitting around. Don't think we have Hitter of the Cursed? Huh? Cursed. Okay. It doesn't tell me what that is exactly, but I mean, it can't be good. You can't tell me like, yeah, this thing's cursed, and you're like, oh, why would I want to buy that again? Oh, cursed. We got items. I'll stick some of these valuing scrolls in the bank. You have a lot. I'm assuming all these you have so many slots in the in here so you can save items for other people. Like be like, oh, I found this cool scroll of such and such, but I'm not that class, so I'm gonna hold on to it and give it to my buddy so and so. Which again is cool. I just wish there were some easier way to play that stuff. I'll have to sit down and try and see if the any of the actual like attempts at multiplayer via IP are workable. I'll give it a try on my own and see. Maybe we can figure something out on that. Yeah. I'll give it a try. See if there's a way to play Shining Soul. I don't know if Shining Soul 2 seems like it has more class options, so it might be a better option. Let's quit. Let's quit. Let's save and quit for now. Atlas and Sega. They're here. Alright. So for now, I'm going to take a break. I'm going to go grab lunch, a late lunch. Power down. Hit some medicine. Take a bit of a break. But I will be back later tonight to do some... Not 100% just yet. Like I said, I probably some combination of continuing Dark Souls, finishing up, or, well, not finishing up, but continuing the Dwarf Fortress, cleaning up after that mess that we still have, and potentially some Final Fantasy Legend 2. I will do a little thinking on what kind of party I want to run for that, though. But, yeah, for now, take a break. I will get a little stretch in, take a breather, and I will catch you all later. And I will raid over to Fedora. I believe he's playing Deus Ex today. Yeah. Fedora. So I will pop on over that way. I will hang out there and eat some lunch. And I will catch you all later.